What's up, everybody? It's the Beard coming back to you today, talking about home inspections. Mrs. Money helped some of our best friends buy a house here recently, or they're in the process of buying a house. And today is their inspection. She had to leave town. As friends, I normally don't work with Mrs. Money's clients, but since they are our friends, they asked me to be here in her absence for the home inspection. And I thought, hey, I'm sure a lot of people have questions about home inspections. Most people don't get them done every day. So I kind of wanted to go over what is a home inspection, what should you expect, what's sort of my experience with them, and so like what is the baseline from my experience with home inspections. From what I know, once you get a home under contract, you have 10 days in the state of Missouri to get that home inspected. So what that means is, well, let me correct that. You have 10 days to submit any repairs or changes you want done to that property. So you have to have your inspection done within that time. So usually an inspection is going to cost you between $300 and $500. And depending on the loan that you get, you have to have an inspection. When we buy rental properties, because of the lending that we do, we actually don't have to get an inspection, but we always do. I think inspections are really important. So during an inspection, they usually take between 1 and 2 hours. If you have a home inspection done and it takes less than an hour, even if it's a really tiny house, that's probably not good. You need to hire another inspector, because I don't think he probably did a good job if it didn't take at least an hour. Normally 2 hours. It takes a while to go through a whole house. Okay, they're going to crawl in the crawl space, they're going to get on the roof and look in that, they're going to look in every room, they're going to test your water heater, make sure that it's working, making sure that you're getting good pressure through the water. They're going to look at the electrical. They're going to, test ground fault outlets near wet areas like sinks and things like that. They're going to look at your smoke detectors, fireplaces, all of that, and really make sure that the home is safe and that it was built well, or that it's in good condition, and let you know about any problems that you may need to be on the lookout for. I had to come inside. It's like 25 degrees outside. It's way too cold. So, your inspector, they're going to check like your appliances, garbage disposal, your oven, your stove, all of that. They're going to check, they have tools they can stick into the outlets to make sure that they're grounded properly. Things that'll trigger like ground fault outlets that are near sinks, tubs, any sort of wet area, things like that. So they're going to check all that for you. Let you know of any potential hazards down the road. Like I've had them before where they're like, hey, there's some wood down in the crawl space, and that can be inviting for infestations like termites or things like that, right? So I've just gone in and picked up little scrap pieces of wood that they used when they built the house, where they cut a board off and just let it fall down there. So just stuff like that is what they're going to find. Now at the end, when he's done, you're going to get, or she, it doesn't have to be a guy inspector, but you're going to get a report, and that report's going to have everything in it. So usually what I do is when I'm here at an inspection is I don't mess with the inspector. I don't get in his way or ask him a bunch of questions. Some may be more open to questions than others. This guy said he didn't mind questions, so whatever. I usually let them do their job, and then I look at the report, and if I have questions from the report, we can give them a call and get some answers from that. Panda just asked me kind of a good question. Does he really do you need to be here when you are getting your home inspected? And the truth is, no, there's nothing for you to do. The inspector is going to do it, but he's taking this time. This is a brand new home, so it doesn't have any blinds or anything. So he's measuring for blinds. He's measuring for his furniture, things like that. So it's a good opportunity to get some, like 2 hours to do that. But there's nothing for you to do, but you should probably be here if you can. it's kind of like, I mean, I don't have any kids, so I don't have any firsthand experience, but it's like if you're a guy and your wife is having a baby, right? Should you be there? Well, there's nothing for you to do, but yeah, you should be here, but you don't have to be here. So anyway, so finally, to kind of wrap this up, how do you choose who to hire to inspect your home? Okay. As an investor, I would say you really need to know. You really need to know who it is that you're going to hire before you start going out and buying properties. Do your research. Just search online through Google or wherever, and search for home inspectors in my area. Read the online reviews. Call them. Talk to them. Ask them what are they typically looking for when they look for houses, things like that. What does a typical inspection cost? All that sort of stuff. If you are just buying a home, your own residence, and you're not an investor, I would still recommend doing your research before you even start going out looking for homes. If you don't do that, and most people don't, your realtor usually, they can't tell you who to hire, but they usually have recommendations on who to use. And that's what's happened here with our friends. They asked Mrs. Money, hey, who should we hire for an inspector? And she said, hey, these are the companies that do a lot of inspections for our clients and seem to have good results at reasonable prices. So your realtor can usually help you out with that stuff, but I would still recommend doing your own research beforehand and figuring out who it is you want to hire before you put a house under contract. Because like I said, you only have 10 days to ask for any repairs or any changes or anything like that once you put a house under contract. So you don't have forever to do that. So after inspection comes appraisal, and that's a whole different topic. So we'll get to that. So thanks, guys. Like this video if you liked it. Hit that subscribe button down there. Share this video and let me know down below what experiences have you had with home inspectors. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great one.
That's a pretty good picture on there.
Yeah, for an old phone.
For an old phone, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing's really neat, baby. Hello? Hey, can you hear me? Hello? Does that mic work?
Yes, it works.
Does it work? Okay.